Hello everyone, it's Stephanie from Lumeria Star, and today we are going to explore together this new deck that was sent to me by Insight Editions. So this is the officially licensed Garbage Pail Kids Tarot deck. So I had shared this on my stories over on Instagram, and it seems to be that a lot of people either loved Garbage Pail Kids and collected them, or weren't allowed to have them, or some people were like, what the fuck is this? So I thought this would just be really fun to kind of just explore together. So for people who are unaware of what they are, Garbage Pail Kids were kind of like trading cards and trading cards slash stickers that were around, I want to say it was like the late 80s, early 90s. So my late 80s and early 90s babies who are watching this would probably know what this is, or at least if you were lived in the States. But basically what they were was a parody on Cabbage Patch Kids, if I can talk today, which were all the rage back then. So they created, I forget who the artist is, but basically they created these alternative Cabbage Patch Kids. So that's the Garbage Pail Kids. And basically what they are is they're like this kind of they have a grotesque kind of slant to them. And their names always rhymed. So one of the trading cards might show, a Garbage Pail Kid, and the title would be Luke Puke. And it'd be a kid who was puking. And I know that sounds really weird, but they were all the rage. They, you wanted to collect them all. It's actually genius that they turned this into a tarot, because it had a very trading card feel to it. I thought they were cool just because they were very naughty and counterculture and just gross. And of course I wanted them. I was a kid, and my mom was like, absolutely not. Those are inappropriate and disgusting and gross. So I wasn't allowed to have them, but sorry, my birds, if you can hear the birds chirping, I'm right by my window and they've created a home outside my window. So if you hear them, that's why. But anyway, I live vicariously through some friends who had them, including my cousin who was allowed to have them. And he had binders full of Garbage Pail Kids in those old school plastic sleeves that you would put baseball cards in. So I would look through them, and it was just so fun. So that's a long way of saying when Insight Editions sent me this deck to review, since it's not even out yet, the inner child in me in the 80s is wildly excited about this. I get to have this now, and my mom can't tell me no. So that's really fun. So yeah, let's just explore this deck together. It's a really nice 2-piece box, and this Garbage Pail Kids is actually embossed, so you can kind of feel that. And it says here, official garbage in trash we trust. So this is officially licensed. So let's read the back together. It says, bring the whimsical, weird, and wildly imaginative world of the Garbage Pail Kids into your tarot practice. Comprised of 78 magical paintings, the deck and guidebook feature classic characters such as Atom Bomb and many others, as well as more than 10 original characters seen here for the first time. Every card is a masterpiece, stunningly painted by fan favorite artist Miran Kim, whose vision is sure to enthrall and delightfully disgust Garbage Pail Kids, collectors, and tarot readers alike. So yeah, I believe that is the original artist, Miran Kim. So this is officially licensed by Topps, who was the license of the original cards, in the 80s and 90s. All right, so let's open this up. It's a little snug, so let me kind of just gently pull the top. Okay, so we got just a plain inside of the box. Got a little ribbon here. So let's just pull this all out without making a mess. So a pretty basic box. It's nice. We've got a ribbon here. So let's kind of put that off to the side. we have got a guidebook, which we will take a look at. But of course, let's just always get into the cards right away. So this is standard tarot size. These are the backs, which are actually pretty cool. This can definitely be used with reversals, even though the print isn't specifically reversible. It's pretty hard to tell. Cardstock, it feels like any Insight Editions deck if you have one. So like the Anime Tarot that I just recently got has the same cardstock, and the Tarot del Toro is the same cardstock. So it's kind of like a silky, smooth matte, if you will. No gilding or edging, which is nice. I'd probably just do plain black or something, or even maybe green. That could be kind of fun. Okay, so let's take a look. So let me remind you all, for those of you who don't know Garbage Pail Kids, they are just like a gross and grotesque parody of Cabbage Patch Kids. That's what made them so fun. So we've got the Fool here, and you could see, like, again, they're supposed to be gross. There's like, you know, I don't know if that's vomit or just like green slime, but we do have all the elements of the Fool here. The Magician. The High Priestess. Very alien-like. I also really kind of like these borders, surprisingly. The Empress. So there's a lot of like little details going on, and that was the fun thing about like Garbage Pail Kids, is like they were gross, and I feel like gross things appeal to children. So like there's snot, like it's boogers, like they're just gross. So again, this deck could be really fun for inner child work. So this is the Emperor, which I believe is a play on the character Atom Bomb, who was a really popular trading card. A Hierophant. The Lovers. Interesting. They're like, what is this? Is this like supposed to be, because they're in a flower, is that supposed to be like a two-headed caterpillar? Interesting. I wonder if the guidebook will give more info. So the Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. See, here we are with like the gross out factor, and that's what Garbage Pail Kids were known for. The Hanged Man. So he's like literally hanging by his tongue. Like you see how like these are just like, they're supposed to be silly and grotesque. Death. Oh, I like this Death card. Temperance. The Devil. What are these? This book says math. Are those school books? These might be school books burning, which again, this was made for kids, so like that makes sense. The Tower. This gives me very Wicker Man vibes. The Star. Moon. So like clearly this is going to be a very niche deck, in my opinion, that will not be for everybody. Like I think to really enjoy this deck, you have to know what Garbage Pail Kids were. Otherwise, I feel like this might be a complete miss, but maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe even if you didn't know what they were, like let me know if this art style appeals to you. I'd love to know. Okay, so it looks like we are going backwards, and this is in the cups. So we've got King of Cups, Queen of Cups. She's actually very cute. I like her. Little mermaid and clamshell. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. So these actually really aren't, oh, okay, now we go into the minors. These actually aren't as gross as I thought they would be, because the original trading cards were pretty gross in my opinion. So these really aren't, and they're kind of just like a very, very, very mild version of the artwork, I think. But then again, I don't know, I wasn't allowed to have them. So I'm going off of my own memory of like looking through friends and family members' trading cards. So these are strange. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you didn't, maybe if you don't know what Garbage Pail Kids were, like if you just never knew that reference or knew what they were, like would you be interested in this deck? Is the art style that's just kind of like whimsical and weird and you kind of vibe with it? Or is this just like a total miss and a hard pass? So I'd love to hear down below, those of you who have never heard of this, what your thoughts are. So again, it's just silly. This coin here says, united we stand, divided we fart. So again, it's very little kid humor, which is what this was all about. This coin, don't barf on me. Again, it's just little kid humor. In trash we trust. Again, gross out factor with boogers. You can see it's very counterculture to the cute and cuddly Cabbage Patch Kids. These were just their disgusting, parodied counterpart. We got our swords. So the one thing I was hoping for, I will say, is I wish this deck included, like, I like how there's a title. Okay, this is the Two of Swords, but I wish there was a title with the characters' names, like we did on the original cards. Like, let me think of an example. Like, this is like a snail. So like, I don't know, an example would be like Slimy Steve or something, because they always kind of like either rhymed or was like a play on words. So I wish they had that too. I think that's one thing I'm missing. Yeah, that's like just a first impression for me. Okay, we're now on the wands. Like, again, gross out factor. Like, here's a Q-tip and she's like cleaning out her ears and it's all earwax, but it's also flowers. Like, it's just little kid toilet humor, I guess is what I would call it. Okay, so what I want to do is let's take a look at the guidebook. See what we got, and then we'll pull a card. It's a nice size guidebook. Looks like we've got color. So the contents, we've got an introduction, understanding your tarot deck. We've got the majors, the minors, and tarot readings. So this gives a little, actually maybe I'll read this because maybe I didn't like explain this well. So it says, welcome to Garbage Pail Kids, the official tarot deck and guidebook. Roll up your sleeves and get ready to jump into the world of tarot reading with your favorite icky, sticky rascals reimagined as traditional tarot illustrations. First introduced in 1985, the Garbage Pail Kids have cemented their rascally reputation as staples in the public consciousness. The cards have innovative, dynamic illustrations featuring crude, grody, whimsical characters with iconically punny names like Armpit Brit and Julius Sneezer. See, I gave some examples similarly. Their sickening, silly, subversive humor has inspired generations to defy convention and celebrate all the weird, wonderful things that makes each of us unique. Fans have been asking for a Garbage Pail Kids tarot deck for ages, and it's finally here. Each tarot card represents a different situation, predicament, or personality type. The vast library of unique Garbage Pail Kids characters and all the trashy, tacky, smelly traits that make them distinct naturally lend themselves to the dynamic themes of traditional tarot cards. For instance, Brainy Janie's love of learning translates well to the theme of the Hierophant card, which represents knowledge and learning. Similarly, Sneezy Aelin Owl's character is perfectly suited for the Nine of Wands card, which symbolizes perseverance in the face of misfortune. So I think my only commentary would be, I wish, for example, the Hierophant card also had the title on there, Brainy Janie. That would feel more Garbage Pail Kids to me. So it kind of just talks a little bit more about that. Oh, look how funny. This is the example I used. Now it's time to follow the messy misfits as they head off into a tarot reading adventure. Have fun and watch out where you step when you run into Luke Puke. So that's one I guess I did remember. Okay, so understanding your tarot deck, and then we go into the majors. So it looks like each major, oh, okay. So that's kind of fun. So the Fool is Rob Slob. So the original cards, kind of like where the title is, would say Rob Slob. So that's kind of scratching the itch that I wanted. I think I just wanted them on the cards. So the Magician is Mad Max. The High Priestess is Spacey Stacy. The Empress, Hippie Harriet. Atom Bomb, yep, that's one I remembered. Brainy Janie, okay. Oh, here's a new character, Velocity Victor. So let's see what the minors do. So yeah, the minors do Alligator, Smelly Sally. So that's what was on the cards. Okay. Yeah, I just wish those were on the cards. Preparing for your reading. We've got some spreads. Find your way with Potato Chip, which I'm guessing is one of the cards. Brew success with Weird Wendy. Get inspired with TV Stevie. And that's it. Okay, so let's just pull one card, let's say. I'm going to shuffle. Let's pull one card and just get a little flavoring of what one of the Garbage Pail Kids has to offer us. So if you are watching this video and this comes up on your screen, trust that the universe wants this Garbage Pail Kid to send you a message. Whatever it is, this is meant for you. So let me focus. Okay, wait, no, I'm not ready. Not ready. You've got the King of Coins, which very much looks like the Lucky Charms guy. Okay, so let's look at the King of Coins. Okay, so the King of Coins, this is how much we get for the minor cards. So this is Pat of Gold, that's his name. So the message, the King of Coins is a successful, wealthy patriarch who built his empire on stable foundations. Though this person seems as lucky as Pat of Gold, he creates a legacy of success through his own hard work and determination. This tarot card advises you to focus on preparing for the future when dealing with matters of home, careers, and finances. Okay, so we've got Pat o' Gold. And let's just do one more Garbage Pail Kid. If that message didn't resonate, or maybe it did, and we can get a little bit of like clarity, but let's do one more. Ooh, we've got the Ace of Cups. So let's see, Ace of Cups. Let me find it. So this is Leaky Lou, and that makes sense because you can see there's water leaking through his arm. That's why he's Leaky Lou. Okay. So the message here, like Leaky Lou and his chalice, you're spilling over with creativity. You're filled to the brim with inspiration and ready to begin an exciting new adventure that allows you to let your creative juices flow. Sometimes this card can indicate that a new close friendship or relationship will soon blossom. Be sure to keep your eyes, mind, and heart open. So we've got Pat of Gold and Leaky Lou. Let's just do one more for fun. And the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is tie the knot. This card symbolizes happy relationships, nurturing friendships, and being perfectly intertwined with someone else, like tie the knot. So I'm guessing that's tie and this is D. Things are going smoothly and you're enjoying calm, stable connections to others. Sometimes this card represents a union such as a marriage or new relationship. So yeah, this deck is just, it's fun and it's silly. And I think, you know, for those of you who remember Garbage Pail Kids growing up, this could just be like a really fun, like nostalgic walk down memory lane. Really curious what you guys think about it. I wish they had titles, but I do like how the names are in the guidebook. I'd love to hear what you all think for those of you who do know Garbage Pail Kids and what they are. I'd also love to hear from those of you who literally have no idea what this is and like, what are your impressions of this deck? I'm just so curious. So let me know down in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a like. And if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. You can find me over on Instagram as well at Lumeria Star. And I also have a Patreon under the same name, Lumeria Star, where I offer custom spreads, journal prompts, tarot lessons. We do Tarot Trade Tuesdays. We do all kinds of like kind of cool giveaways. I usually host most of my giveaways over there. So you can also find me on there. So thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.